full piece of music that wasn't just a short little excerpt in the book. So that's kind of a big deal. That's like a step up for elementary band. So it's a big deal that we were able to play that today, and I'm very excited at the progress we've made this year. So I'd like to start by thanking you all for coming this evening. We've been working super hard and making lots of progress, as I already said. So like I said, that first piece was Five Note Concerto. We're going to actually go back into the books now a little bit, because those little excerpts are still fun, and we like to play them. So the next couple pieces you're going to hear are Baja Breeze. Then the flutes are going to play Processional Dance by themselves. And then we will have Rio con Brio, which means with spirit or liveliness, followed by a simple waltz. So please enjoy our part of this evening's concert. I would talk a little bit in between so they have time to get their switching from books to music. So that last piece we played, a simple waltz. Waltzes are in 3, so that was one of our very first pieces that we played in 3/4 time, and I think they did a pretty good job. Our next piece that we're going to play is This Old Band, And you'll hear a couple familiar melodies all mixed together, kind of like that very first piece that we played. And then after this old band, I'll talk about that when we get there so they have time to go back to their books. Please enjoy. Okay, they're gonna go back into their books now, so we're doing a little bit of back and forth, but that was this old band. Next we're gonna play Cambridge Overture, followed by, let's see, I'll get my list so I'm facing this way. The saxophones, and then Keegan on the alto clarinet will be playing Michael Finnegan, and then we'll be playing an Australian folk song called I've Just Come From Sydney, followed by the trumpets and French horns on Monoman Harvest. So, hopefully they're ready, because we're going to start. concert, you may remember that I had 8 students who played solos. And I didn't tell everyone this, but I told a couple people afterwards that one of the things that made me so excited about all of those 8 soloists in 5th grade band is that most of the kids up here wanted to play a solo. And they take turns playing in band. And so that's how I get my list of kids that I know are interested. And they're all so capable of playing a solo that I picked by putting them into a hat and drawing names. So I chose a new group of 8 for this spring concert. So they're going to take turns playing a little solo, and then the band will come in, and then the next person will play their solo. It'll kind of be a back and forth thing. So our 8 soloists tonight are Morgan on the clarinet, Aiden on the tuba, Braden on the trumpet, Dominic on the tuba, Zach on the clarinet, Athalia on the flute, Keegan on the alto clarinet, and Jackson on the snare drum. So be sure to ask your 5th grade student when you get home if they volunteered to play a solo. Most of them are going to tell you that they did. And if they did, you should have them play it for you if they didn't get the chance to play it tonight, because they all did an awesome job in band. And I wish that we could sit here and listen to all 35 or however many there are of them play them, but then our part of the concert would be too long. So here are our 8 soloists, and then after that, we will be playing Lamb Chop Rock. This piece is by far most of the people behind me's favorite piece that we have played this year. It does have a rock vibe to it. The percussionists actually work together to create the sound that one person on a trap set would create. So that's kind of cool. And just a quick thank you to Sean Fitzsimmons and Kendra Moan and all the other people who help coordinate schedules, the 5th grade teachers, the 6th grade teachers, the administration both at the high school and the elementary school for all of their help and support and answering all of my questions all the time. And thank you to all of you parents for pushing your student and for making sure that they get their 100 minutes of practice in every week, and for being their biggest fans. I really appreciate that, and I know my parents are my biggest fans, and they're here tonight, and I appreciate them too. So, I think we should play. Make sure you stay for the 6th grade band, because they have also been working hard on a great program tonight. All right, thank you, and enjoy the last part of our concert. That I have one more thing I have to mention. As long as I have, hopefully, all of the 5th grade parents in here. I will be sending out information, hopefully within the next couple of weeks, regarding summer band lessons. We've been working hard to put that schedule together, and so we need to get everybody scheduled. So just check backpacks or folders or whatever, and also check if I have your email. I'll send an email to check those things because we want to get that scheduled before the end of the school year, which is fast approaching. So now we will play Lamb Chop Rock for you.
Yeah, neither one of us were here for the mic check, but it must have been Paul Bunyan that was, because wow. Anyway, thanks so much for being here. This is the sixth grade portion of the band concert, and our first piece we played was called Scottish March. And what happens with sixth grade now is they have to learn something called cut time, where every rhythmic value gets cut in half. So they learn, right away that whole notes get 4 beats, half notes get 2 beats. All of a sudden they get to this cut time, and everything gets cut in half, and the way they think about things has to change. So you'll be hearing a couple, actually 3 cut time tunes tonight, but that was our first one. Our next piece is called North Ridge Overture. You'll hear that it starts off slow and then gets fast. Our next piece is called Frog Went A-Courtin', and it's our oldest tune that you'll hear tonight. It dates back to 1548 and began as an English and Scottish folk song. The story goes like this. Frog rides to ask Miss Mouse to marry him. She's willing, but must ask permission of Uncle Rat. Meanwhile, Frog fights and kills Miss Mouse's other love interests, which include an owl, a bat, and a bumblebee. Finally, after Uncle Rat's permission was received, the two work out details of the wedding. During the wedding, however, a cat appears and eats the newlywed couple and all of the wedding guests. The end. Things must have been different back in 1548. On the other hand, there are a few versions of the story in which the frog and Miss Mouse escape the cat, but upon their escape are eaten by a duck. The end. So, this is actually a very happy sounding little song that has no happy ending at all, ever, I guess. Frog Went A-Courtin'. So being that I don't have really much to say about this next piece, it doesn't come with any program notes at all. It's just called Invader. We don't really know if it's a space invader or some kind of a, I don't know, country invader. We have no idea really. So you can use your imagination on that. But I will talk about, as you came in tonight, you probably saw a new thing up on the wall over there in the back, on the other side of that wall actually, in the lobby. And what it is we've been using our Hear the Arts Committee to, when they built the fine arts, they ended up cutting a few things back, just like they had to throughout, the whole school with money and everything. They ended up cutting our sound shell and grand piano that we were going to get, and some wireless microphones. So this group has been trying to raise some money for this new sound shell. So we, if you think about it, we're being mic'd right now. The band is. When we have our 81-piece high school band with all that power, they even have to be mic'd because those curtains suck up all the sound. So you wouldn't ever expect this from a Pelican Rapids band, but you can hardly even hear the drums at all when we're not mic'd up when we have the bands up on stage here because the curtains are back there. So I'm really, really, really proud to say that we have enough raised now, so the next time we have a concert, we're going to have our sound shell around us. Now, it's a multi-part venture, basically. We have our sound shell, which is basically the walls of the concert hall, basically. And next we have the ceiling, the clouds, they're called, the little things that come down and make a ceiling. And then we have a grand piano, and then we have our wireless mics that we're going to be raising money for. So again, really, really excited that we've raised enough money for that portion. So eventually you'll see more and more of this get added. But I just want you to know that that wall is there, and the names are to be added now to it. Basically, all you have to do is donate $100 or more, and your name gets up on that wall. So it's really, really, really interesting. So if you're interested at all in hearing a little bit more about that, or reading about it, there's brochures up there, and you can sure call me anytime or email me or anything. But we're still looking, obviously, for more money. So yeah, if that's a possibility or an interest of interest to you, then that would be that'd be great. But next year at this time, we should have at least the sound shell around us, so we won't need to be mic'd up as much. So anyway, this is Invader. That's exciting. We've been playing on our little elementary gong. And we haven't had a chance to practice on stage because they were doing their MTAs today, so that's the first time we got to use the high-powered high school gong. Pretty awesome. Charlie back there. Our next piece is called Let My People Go. It's an African-American spiritual, and it's also known as Go Down Moses, so you might know it as that. It actually has a pretty interesting history. Though nicknamed Moses, Harriet Tubman's daring missions to Maryland with the Underground Railroad remained virtually unknown, and her identity was a carefully guarded secret. She sang a version of Go Down Moses to signal her refugees along the path to freedom. She changed the speed of the song to very fast to indicate that it was safe, or very slow to indicate that it was too dangerous to proceed. Like other Underground Railroad conductors, Tubman used various methods of communication specific to her own needs. Contrary to current popular belief, there were no common codes used by the conductors of the Underground Railroad. In the North, however, the song Go Down Moses was openly sung by African American regiments during the Civil War. After the war, various minstrels included the song in their acts, which helped popularize it. During the 20th century, people of all races sang it as a spiritual to pay tribute to Tubman or to various struggles for freedom of any kind. So the version we're going to be playing is the version that Harriet Tubman would have sang to say, no, it's not safe right now. You stay hidden until I come for you, and then we're able to head north. This is the slow version of Let My People Go. Our next piece is called Country Boys, and it's again in cut time. So if you think about most songs being in 4, right, this is going to be, of course, in 2 because it's in cut time. So again, all the rhythmic values being cut in half. Country Boys. My Country 'Tis of Thee is what this next one is based on. It's called America, Sweet Land of Liberty. All right, well, we have one more left, and as we play this is Wave the Flag, the Pelican Rapids School song. I encourage you to stand up and clap and watch these guys, and maybe even join in on the drum cheer at the end. But I also want you to think about this. It was like a year and a half ago that these guys were playing hot cross buns. And, you know, the progress is just so amazing, especially at these early ages, early grades, that this is, you know, it's just so exciting, and it's amazing. These guys have done an amazing, amazing job. So how about a real quick round of applause for our fifth graders, first of all? Yeah. They just found out tonight that they have me next year and not Mrs. Jurek. So they were kind of bummed out about that. But we're going to have fun. And sixth grade, how about these guys? Yes. All right, well, thanks for staying. Thanks for being a great audience. Here's Wave the Flag.